Hello and welcome back to the house in Fata Morgana, a Requiem for Innocence. I kind of left us in the middle of a scene last time, so I'm gonna get right back into it. Part 2, to action. And then, at long last, the moment arrived. Exactly as Malad said, the Lord showed up at the mansion early the next morning with bodyguard and tow. The Lord disappeared into his study, and then the bodyguard headed for the chapel. Once he was out of sight, I glanced over at Mel and nodded. Who is it? It's me. There's something I need to talk to you about. We'll be seeing each other shortly anyway. Whatever it is, you can tell me then. It can't wait. It's important. And I don't want anyone to overhear. Is it about the assets? Yeah. Fine, come in. Here goes. I took a deep breath, held it in. It would all be done in a matter of seconds. All our memories together, the time we shared, sent straight down to the grave. What? So long, Jacopo. I'll see you down in hell. However, not a thing went according to plan. My resolve rendered null in an instant. My confidence shattered like glass. My vengeance brushed aside like nothing. My outstretched knife hit empty air. And without even enough time to blink, my whole world shifted. I wasn't looking at my loathsome target's face, but the flat, unadorned ceiling above me. My body spun, and then something slammed against my back. With barely enough time to even gasp, I crashed into the floor. It all happened faster than the blink of an eye. He had me on the ground, knee pressed into my back. My arm twisted up into the air. I had him. I had the element of surprise. How could he? It's like he knew exactly what was coming. How could he react so quickly? You look perplexed. Well, unfortunately for you, I've seen my share of assassination attempts. But you I wasn't expecting. Let me go. I thought, if anyone, you might be different. The hell are you going on about? You weren't even going to try to talk before killing me. There's nothing to talk about, not a goddamn thing. I've heard what you've done, what you're doing. Well, credit where it's due. At least you didn't try to poison me. Either way, there's plenty you could have done better. Second-rate attempt at best. You know, you rushed, knowing you didn't have much time. But you still could have used the fact that we've known each other most of our lives to get a little closer before pulling the knife. That would have increased your chances a little. Alternatively, you could have tried to distract me with your body. But I doubt you could swallow your pride long enough to do that. Shut your fucking... Get off me! Are you trying to break my arm? You would break an old friend's arm? Don't take me for a fool. You just tried to kill me, you conniving harlot. Fuck. Fucking fuck. You're a completely different man now. No, not even a man. A useless sack of flesh. Call me whatever you like. I've heard it all and more.
Lord, the boy was sneaking about, so I apprehended him.
Running away at the first sign of your grand plan going south? I see you still haven't grown a spine yet, have you, boy? You might have had a better chance if you both came at me together.
Shall I kill him?
Quit your drooling, dog. I want you to watch him, make sure he doesn't try and run again.
And what about the woman? She tried to attack you. Shall I kill her?
Right ahead. Go right the fuck ahead. Kill me like you killed everyone else. Cut off my head, put it on a pike in the town square. Everyone? You know, you're right. Nearly everyone I can think of died by my hands. Gretchen, the rest of the gang. And Jaren too. Excuse me? I thought Jaren died in the raid on the brothel. But you're saying you killed her? That's right. It wasn't becoming the Lord that fucked you up. You were always on the other side. From the day we first met. I should have never trusted you. Fuck. So it was all bullshit, was it? Every last minute of it?
Throw her somewhere I can't see your dog. Why not just kill her?
The last thing I need is people making a big fuss about a dead body showing up while we're preparing for the festival. And it's not like a damn whore poses any real danger to me. Especially not with her arm bending backwards. We don't need to waste any more time concerned about her. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? You won't even fucking kill me? I came in here with no intention of coming back out. And you don't even have the decency to do that much for me? Shut your goddamn mouth already. Leave your key here, dog. I'll handle our business alone today.
So I just have to drag the whore out then. What a disappointment.
Don't get any funny ideas. Just because I only told you not to kill her, doesn't mean you can sate your thirst with one of her arms or legs. You throw her out and nothing more. Understood?
Clear as crystal, Lord.
Then get out of here. I hate myself for ever thinking you were a good guy. Enjoy an eternity in hell, asshole. So Jacopo didn't even bother explaining the circumstances of Jaren, which... I mean, in that situation, why would he bother, I guess? If Maria's already out to kill him, straight up, like, why would you try and make what would sound like excuses to her? But she would also be the only one left who would maybe, just maybe, even listen, I think, so. It's a damn pity. But we've already fallen too far. Now, how do you plan to make up for this mess you so kindly made for me? You know damn well how busy I am right now. I had no choice. She threatened me. Yes, you had no choice but to hole up with her until morning, and you had no choice but to lie about having business with me. Don't give me that look. Like I told the dog, I have no interest in creating any bodies during festival prep. So I let you off the hook for this one. What? And you'll swear you never do anything like this again. Yes, sir. I swear on my life. Excellent. Next. And with that, the books are settled. The only reason I didn't hit you in the face is because your damn sister would throw a fit. So be sure to thank her when you see her. And remember, never again. Hand over your key. Now get out of my sight. Yes, sir. I'm very sorry for everything, sir. Was it all bullshit, Maria? I'm beginning to wonder myself. Not even a word before coming at me with a knife. Not even a sliver of faith in me. I've been at this long enough, and I still haven't learned my lesson. Naive enough to think that maybe she would be different. That she would understand. No matter what anyone else said about me. Believe me when I said I really was trying to help. That I gave everything else up in the hopes of improving their lives. God, I'm such a fool. How many times do I need to be reminded that no one's on my side anymore? Yeah, but have you considered that your side might not be the right one? Not completely. Like partially. It might still be there, like the goal to improve people's lives, but not everyone's lives. She was right about me. I am just a useless sack of human flesh. I should head up to the tower. What's that? A necklace? Maria must have dropped it in the struggle. So, what'd you get her? As your big sister, I'd be happy to check the present out before you give it to her. Make sure you don't make too big an ass out of yourself. Today's the day, right? You give her the present, then you finally tell her how you feel. When she comes back, give her the necklace and tell her how you feel. And if she turns you down, we can all have a good laugh about it. I was positive it had been taken or broken in the raid. But you've been holding on to it? You've kept it for all these years. I would have figured you'd have thrown it away by now. Necklace in hand, I made my way toward the observation tower. A thought bubbling up from the depths of my mind. It was a wretched, unsightly thing, which only swelled as I drew nearer. Never would I have conceived of such a monstrous notion of exploiting my old identity. Had this trinket not fallen back into my hands? I knew Morgana wasn't of sound mind, that the world she saw was a twisted falsehood. And though I couldn't see what delusions her mind was producing, it was evident that the man I was now and the boy she once knew were two distinct entities in it. So maybe if the old Jacopo was still good in her mind, if she still remembered him fondly, then perhaps I could assume that role, much like I assumed the role of the Lord. The thought sent a chill down my spine. By putting on that mask, I would be disregarding every horrible thing I had done to her. Every time I had come up here these past months to draw her blood. In that moment, there was no one in this whole wide world who had fallen so close to hell as I. And in that moment, I could no longer deny the madness that had taken root in my heart, the madness that had given rise to such a fancy. Morgana, do you know who I am?
The Lord. What do you want with me? Are you here for... I don't have any. There's no blood left for you to take.
That's right, I'm the Lord. I'm the man who's brought you a lifetime of pain. The man who locked you up in this tower. And the man who struck fear into your young heart 7 years ago.
Yes, you did. I'll never forget.
Now tell me, Morgana, do you know what this is? On your birthday 4 years ago, a young man was going to give you this necklace as a present. Do you remember that young man? Or have you forgotten? forgotten what a pleasant time that was. I can't say I'm surprised. You were always saying how much you hated staying at that brothel. Those 3 years were no more pleasant than any other time of your life.
I remember. I remember him. And I remember those days.
And do you remember them fondly?
Yes.
Well, that's great to hear. You can rest at ease, Morgana. Because he's going to be here soon and he'll...
That was the only time.
What?
That was the only time in my life when I was actually happy. Except for those years, my life's been nothing but pain and misery. But those days, they were warm. Everyone was so kind to me. They showed me love. It was all I had. The only happiness I ever had. No time in my life was better than that. But it was taken from me. I wish it had all just ended there.
Her words were like I'd plunged through thin ice. I could put on the best forged mask in all the world, but I would never again be the man in her memories. I could act exactly like him, but I would never be him. My hands were permanently stained with blood. The sharp smell of death hung around me like a cloud. I was a heartless killer, and anyone could see that. Never would I be able to smile like him, and never would I be able to share his dreams. The fact that I'd even had the idea to pretend to be my old self was proof in and of itself that I was too far gone. I'd reached the point where the real me was the imposter.
He's dead, and so is everyone else. Why do you have that necklace, Lord? Did you kill him? Was that your doing too?
So the best thing I could do was let Morgana have her pleasant memories unmolested. I'd ruined enough for her already. She'd said those 3 years were the happiest time of her life. I couldn't tell her the truth now. And there were no possible lies or justifications that would ever allow me to stand by her side again.
You did, didn't you?
I did. I killed the young man. I killed all of them. I killed and I killed until there wasn't a soul remaining.
I knew it. You're the cruelest man in the whole world. The most evil, irredeemable man to ever set foot on God's earth.
That I am.
I despise you more than anything.
I
hate you.
love you.
I want nothing more than to put a curse on you.
I buried my feelings for you, so they wouldn't get in the way of my being the Lord.
I want to see you dead.
But those feelings never entirely went away. I tried to weigh what was more important to me, but I misread the scales.
I hate you with all of my being.
I lost any right I had to say this years ago. But I want you to know, I truly do love you.
I revile you, detest you, loathe you.
I loved you.
There's not enough hate in all creation for you.
Tell me, what do you see when you look at me? What do you hear when I speak to you?
I hate you, 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 I hate you.
You can't see the tears on my cheeks, can you? Your mind, your spirit are shattered beyond repair, aren't they? You're not actually understanding anything I say, are you? You're not going to be able to remember any of this, are you?
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
I hadn't realized it had gotten so bad. My eyes have been shut for far too long. To what was happening to you. To my own feelings. To everything. For so long, I've avoided facing the truth. Not only did I fail to protect anything, I destroyed the one thing I cared about most, my own two hands. That's all I ever managed to do. I wonder, what was the point of no return exactly? This isn't the world I wanted to show you at all. I, of all people, should have done everything in my power to ensure those good days never ended. But any apology I make would just ring hollow.
I hate you, 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 hate.
It seems being here isn't doing your mental state any favors. So I'll leave your food here and get out.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
I would like to tell you this though, even if I'm fairly certain you don't understand what I'm saying. Tomorrow's the first day of the Harvest Festival. And when it comes, I'm going to finally do something I've been considering for a long time. I'm going to set you free. I'm going to put an end to all this.
I hate you.
That ship sailed long ago, I know. You're in no condition to go out into the world anymore. So I'm not just going to release you and forget about you.
My father, to his side, an angel, sent me back to heaven.
That's the plan, yes. We'll go out and find some place to die together.
What a plan indeed. more merciful than what he's been doing to her, I guess.
For as long as I've had the throne, a part of me has wanted to say, I'm done, I have no need of this anymore. But every time the thought rose to my mind, it was pushed back down by a refrain of, so you'd let all that work to go to waste, everything you sacrificed to get here? Back and forth the voices would go, day in and day out. In reality, it wasn't pride or a desire to hold on to my power that stopped me from doing this sooner, but the fear that everything I had worked so hard for would be for naught. But now that I saw death looming over her, it was clear that only greater, more crushing despair awaited me. It would break me utterly, and I would end up abusing my people even worse than Banyer had. The best thing I could do for everyone was to end it all here. To step down off the stage. Morgana wanted release from her agony, and death was the only path she would find it down. My sickness was worsening by the day, and death the only thing that could cure me. I chose the Harvest Festival in part because it seemed like a fitting end, but more because with everyone distracted by festivities, they weren't as likely to notice the Lord had gone missing. As my final act of penance, I would find her somewhere with a gorgeous view to gaze upon as I took her life. Somewhere you could see almost over the horizon. Somewhere the sun shone bright and proud. Somewhere that felt like you could see the world. And carrying the full weight of her enmity on my shoulders, the Lord too would meet his end. Finding some place beautiful for her to depart this life from was all I could do to ease her pain. All I could do to provide her a peaceful repose. All I could do to pay for all I had done. On the first morning of the Harvest Festival, townspeople swarmed the new church's grounds. When I arrived, there were wide smiles on everyone's faces, from the young to the old, from those here to partake of the church's charity to well-off churchgoers. Everyone was in good spirits.
Hey, it's a festival! Look, everything's got flowers on it.
Quite the impressive event you've put together.
The decorations are a bit on the thin side, perhaps, but for a church, anymore, and it starts looking garish. And I can go ham all they want down in the square.
You don't seem very enthusiastic.
Why would I be?
You spent so much time preparing for it, I assumed you would be more excited.
As if. This is all politics, not fun and games. An effort to bring unity to my people, you could say.
I don't understand you at all. How can you spend so much time doing something you don't enjoy?
I don't give a rat's ass if you understand me.
Fair enough. When I first met you, I thought money and power were all you desired. But I've come to realize that's not the case. I'm beginning to think you're hardly a bad man after all. I knew you were an idiot, but I didn't realize you were that foolish. How can you possibly say I'm not a bad man, knowing all I've done? That's also fair.
Hey, no running, kids. You're going to get yourselves hurt. What's the big deal? Run with us, Marie. You shouldn't pull on people. That hurts. Good morning, Lord Barnier. Preparations are all complete here, and the stalls down in the city are ready to open up as soon as you give the word.
Thank you.
I couldn't be more thrilled to be part of such a wonderful celebration.
I'm glad to hear it.
Are you well? You look a bit tired.
It comes with a job. There's hardly a day I'm not exhausted.
Well, don't work yourself too hard, Lord Barnier. It's important you get your rest.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, I almost forgot. Would you like a flower, my lord?
A flower?
We made all sorts of flower accessories, and we're giving them out to anyone who wants one. They do the same sort of thing at the Midsummer Festival, and I like the idea so much I borrowed it. What do you say? I think this one would look lovely in your hair.
I'll pass.
That's a shame. And what say you, Mr. Bodyguard? Care for a flower?
No, I... Go on, take it. Don't let their efforts go to waste. Very well, I'll take one then.
May God smile upon you.
Thank you.
Well, see you later. And Lord Barnier, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Hey, you can have the day off. Go spend it with your nun. Why the look? I'm merely surprised you would show any consideration for your dog. Well, it is a special occasion. I suppose. Needless to say, watch out for yourself. You were assailed just last night. I didn't realize you were even capable of concern. It is a special occasion. We'll take care of our usual business this afternoon. Should be able to bring a little more food than usual as well. Understood. Until then. Until then.
I've died and gone to heaven. They're sweets as far as the eye can see. Better hurry before they're...
Hey there. Watch where you're going.
Yes, Lord Barnier. I'm so very sorry.
Well, if it isn't Mel's sister. Someone's a bit too wound up, it seems.
I've never been to a festival before, so I'm terribly sorry for running into you. Please don't get upset at me.
Don't worry, I'm not upset. So you never went to any festivals in your homeland?
No. I couldn't go to any because I was stuck at home all the time.
I suppose you wouldn't be able to get out much and spread your wings as the daughter of a noble family, huh?
Nope, not in the slightest. It's all dresses and manners and no time for fun. I'm surprised. Most people just don't get it. So I'm gonna spend all day celebrating with my Mel.
That's what the festival's for, but don't go too crazy. I'm told you're not in the best of health.
Yeah, but I'm feeling wonderful today, so I'll be fine.
You look anything but, girl. The festival isn't just for one day, so if you find yourself feeling unwell, let someone know right away and then get some rest. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Nelly, where'd you run off to, Nell? What business do you have with my sister?
Dearest Mel?
I'm begging you, don't hurt her. I'm not sure what this looks like to you, but I haven't touched her.
What's gotten into you, dearest Mel? The Lord was just concerned about me.
Concerned? Him? Not in 1,000 years. Mel, we take care of business this afternoon. Be at my study at noon sharp. Okay, I'll be there.
Aw, we can't have lunch together. Running a festival must be a lot of work.
I was wondering about his scheduling there, like getting the dog to take the day off. I thought would be more of getting him out of the way for what he has planned. Or was it only for later, the day after? Now I don't remember already. Oh well. I could hear the sounds of countless people making merry outside, but my mind was elsewhere. Envisioning the place I would take her to die, somewhere far away, somewhere with a majestic view. I wanted nothing more than to run off right then and there, but there were things I had to sort out before I could disappear. I delegated several days' worth of work to my attendants so the festival wouldn't fall apart without me. My mind may have already been made up, but it was still my responsibility as Lord to ensure everything ran smoothly so long as I remained on the throne. But all I could do after was pray that someone much more qualified, someone of actual royal descent, stepped in to take my place. And before I knew it, noon was upon me. As the bell chimed 12, the three of us climbed the observation tower. The plan was to deliver Morgana her food, then send the other two back outside, so I could take her somewhere far, far away. Okay, thanks for clearing that up. But when we opened the door, her spirit had already left her body. The witch killed her. The blood of the witch killed my sister. That wine you're drinking is no medicine. It's the blood of the witch. You're all drinking witch blood. There goes another one. What's going on? We were told it was a miracle, Alexia. You're saying we've been drinking a witch's blood?
Please, everyone, don't panic. This must be some kind of mistake.
A mistake? A girl is dead because of this mistake. No, this whole thing was a sham from the very beginning. You and the Lord were working together, buying our favor with this rubbish.
But please calm down, everyone.
Death to all the devil's deceitful minions. Death, 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 death. Stop it. Stay away from her. Get back. Death to him too. That's what you get for coming in and making such a mess of our country, foreigner. Why are all these damn outsiders getting better treatment than the rest of us anyway? The Lord's a traitor to his own land. He doesn't deserve to be on the throne. We'll take the city back, free it from his corrupted grasp. Death to the traitor. Morgana's death set off a chain reaction of hell and suffering. Perhaps it was fate, or her intense animosity made manifest. All I knew for sure was what I could see, that the world was crumbling around me. And I watched through the observation tower's window. The first to go was Mel's sister, who had regularly partaken of the miracle elixir. She started vomiting blood, and shortly thereafter, she was dead. Mel then broke down, revealing the truth about the elixir before stabbing himself in the throat. Fear and panic spread like a plague, breeding a desperate rage that found an outlet in the saintess, the face of the church. The Far Eastern man dashed in to protect her from the mob, and soon a full-on battle broke out between supporters and opponents of the Lord. Actually, no, a battle would imply one side stood a fighting chance. It was closer to a riot, with anyone perceived to be on the Lord's side ruthlessly slaughtered. It was as though I was peering into a nightmare. There was no question who would come out victorious. It was a scene I had witnessed once before, but this time I was on the receiving end. The illusory faith I had instilled in the people to distract them from their dissatisfaction disappeared in a wisp. And upon discovering it was all based on a lie, that dissatisfaction came flooding back stronger than ever. I could tell myself I always had the people's best interest in mind until I went blue in the face. But it didn't matter. I was a tyrant in their eyes. I turned away, and there lay Morgana's limp body. For a split second, I considered going over, leaning against the wall beside her, and taking my own life. With my foot hovering in the air, I swung my leg around, making my way toward the stairs. I had done enough to torment her in life, failing to even allow her to pass on peacefully. It would be cruel and disrespectful to force her to be with me, the man she despised more than any in the world, in death as well. And as I was still the Lord, having not yet stepped off the throne, the right thing to do would be facing the wrath that I had wrought. For a second, I wondered if maybe Lord Barnier had greeted us thinking the same thing. The revolution 4 years ago was also a foregone conclusion. But he didn't run. He stayed and waited for us to arrive. Perhaps it was partially pride, and partially that it was the only way out. We had lived as lords, we had ruled as lords, and when the time came to harvest the seeds we had sown, We would die as we had lived. When I reached the ground level of the tower, I could hear shouting and banging and stomping through the door. They were probably tearing the mansion apart looking for me. Find him, they cried. Dethrone him, they cried. Burn him, they cried. I felt slight pang of nostalgia as I listened to them, remembering when I had been in their position. All I had to do was open the door, and I would be dead in seconds. They didn't just have me vastly outnumbered. I had no intention of fighting. My life amounted to nothing. My people are all dying. Soon I'll be stripped of my title of Lord of the Land, and not a thing will be left. It was all utterly meaningless. I killed everyone I ever cared about, even Morgana. There's not a single person. No, I didn't end up killing Maria. I guess that's something to be thankful for. I pray you'll live on. By all means, spend the rest of your life hating me. Just so long as you live. Now, off I go. I stepped out before my people, and a dozen bloodshot gazes snapped onto me all at once. I raised my hand in preparation to give them a few parting words, but lowered it again without saying anything. There was nothing for me to say anymore, nor did I have the willpower to produce words. They impaled me from head to toe with sickles and pitchforks and all manner of deadly implements, and no longer able to support my own weight, I fell back against the door, sliding to the ground. I could feel the life draining from my body. Their voices grew faint. Were they shouting, grieving, cheering? I could no longer tell the difference. My consciousness quickly slipped away, and as it did, flashes of memories whisked past. A child fighting to survive day by day. A young man with his head in the clouds, hell-bent on going out in the world. A crowd of friends hooting and howling in a pub. Girls at a brothel, constantly teasing, but always reliable. And you at my side. I thought I felt a gust of wind, guiding Jacopo's mind toward one particular memory.
I don't need to see the world. All I want is...
I could hear her voice with incredible clarity, and after so many years, I finally figured out what she had said that day.
I don't need to see the world. All I want is... to find our home.
Not long after we met, I told her that I thought we might come from the same region, and that perhaps if you went back far enough, you might find we even shared a bloodline. And she remembered. Nearly 3 years later, she still remembered that insignificant conversation, which was why she didn't want to see the world. She was more than happy to just find the land from which we came. I never needed to reign supreme. I never needed the favor of the masses. All I needed to do was go looking for that little pocket of tranquility. I stand before a gorgeous golden field. Flowers bloom all around, swaying in the warm breeze. Vaguely familiar faces smile and laugh. After a long, hard journey, we finally made it. There was no big, bustling city, no one dressed in extravagant clothing. But they would welcome us warmly, welcome us as kin. It's a quiet land, not a trace of strife. They bask in harmony, smiles on everyone's faces. Nevertheless, she's still afraid of how they may treat her. So I offer her my hand. This is it. This is our home. As we draw closer to our home, her tense nerves seem to loosen, and she lets out a barely audible sigh. She slowly draws back the hood covering her. The soft light of the sun shining down to reveal, for the first time, her face. A beautiful girl stands there, so enchanting I find myself at a loss for words. A smile rises to her face, now free of the hideous marks that once covered it. A smile brighter than I've ever before seen. The lush fields stretching out behind her accentuate the glimmering gold of her eyes. I stand there, silently taking in the sight. Her braids flutter in the breeze. Her sky blue as sapphire drapes the scenery. She isn't a witch here, she's an ordinary girl. And me, an ordinary boy. We have no power, no extraordinary abilities. And I can't think of anything more wonderful. With all the weight lifted from my soul, I give a soft sigh, looking her in the eyes. And then I chuckle, remembering something she once said. And you told me to prepare to be let down. Ordinary though we may now be, our banter remains unchanged. And I know she's got a snarky response waiting to let loose. This is what I could have had if I'd made the right choices. What I wanted more than anything in the world. A house in Fata Morgana, a Requiem for Innocence. We really made it? I think there is a backstage part to this one too. But okay. So we really did mainly follow Jacopo's story, which again makes sense. But wow. Not gonna lie, when they showed Morgana's face there at the end, I got a little teary-eyed. If only that could have been the end to their story. thank you for playing, and thank you all for watching this far. Let's see, do we have an epilogue? No? God damn. Everyone's lost their fucking minds. I need to get the hell out of the city, and fast. On the first day of the Harvest Festival, I got this crazy bad sinking feeling. So I went to check out that new church across the bridge. Some kind of riot or uprising or something had happened. But it was all finished by the time I got there. And not long after, the truth of what the Lord had been doing came to light. I wished I'd never heard a damn thing. I didn't need anyone to tell me he wasn't the guy I grew up with. But never in my wildest dreams had I imagined he was that far gone. All the time in the world wasn't enough to make sense of that. The valuable asset he had been storing in the observation tower was, of all fucking things, the girl we'd looked after a few years back. Morgana. But the madness didn't end there. The witch with the miracle blood everyone had been talking about, that was her too. My mind was so scrambled I wasn't sure what to be most stunned by. But I had far less time to organize my thoughts or vent my frustration than I could have imagined. If I were smart, I would have left town the instant I learned the truth. After the riot, a strange sickness began spreading through the city. If you caught it, your skin would start turning black, then before long, you'd be vomiting blood. Anyone who tried to treat us was infected themselves. The people called it the witch's curse. Get your heads out of the sand, there's no... I tried to say there's no such thing as curses, but I couldn't bring myself to finish. As much as I wanted to believe it wasn't, I was starting to think that maybe the curse was real. Especially thinking back on the scene at the top of the tower. The heavy air in the chamber, her dead body's eyes wide open. The eerie glimmer in those eyes, that I was pretty sure I hadn't imagined. It was like I had stepped into another world, and I could barely keep myself vertical. If she really was a witch, then yeah, that scene was a pretty damn convincing argument in favor of the existence of her curse. It didn't matter that she was dead. And even me, the least superstitious girl around, was starting to consider it a possibility. So the people who had actually believed in the miracle elixir were freaking right the fuck out. They had seen what the Lord had done to her. How much pain and suffering he had caused her. It was easy to believe she hated the world enough to curse it. That's what witches did, after all. And the city was scared to death. First, they tried to seal the curse into the observation tower. But that didn't stop its spread. So next, they went after anyone who had known her in life. And punished them. Anyone who even knew her? That's kind of strange. Almost there. The forest isn't far. There she is. That's her. Shit. They discovered that the witch had taken refuge at a brothel a few years back. How? I guess asking around. And it wasn't long before they linked me to it, making me their next target. None of us at the brothel had any idea Morgana's blood possessed that kind of power. But the more I tried to defend myself, the more they began to suspect me, thinking every word a ruse. The whole city had gone completely batshit. It's right there. Like hell I'm gonna get them. Like hell I'm gonna let them catch me. Fuck, my arm.
She's down, boys. Get her.
No. No, get off me, asshole. Get away from me. What the hell do you think you're doing? Wait. A bunch of men dragged me to the church and tossed me in the cellar. Is that the one thing I have been waiting for this whole time? In the main game? I'm sorry. Sorry to disrupt the scene, but if you know, you know. That one scene I wanted more background on. The cellar. I could hear them shouting through the locked door.
O witch, O great witch, we offer unto you punishment for those who wronged and forsook you in life. So please, we beg of you, stay your anger. Have mercy upon us.
Hey, have you assholes lost your fucking minds? I didn't do a goddamn thing to her. I never wronged her, and I sure as hell didn't forsake her. I didn't have any idea what that sick fuck was doing to her.
O great witch, please spare us from the wrath of your curse. Please have mercy on us who laid not our hands upon you. O witch, O great witch.
You're fucked in the heads, every last one of you. You're not accomplishing anything by putting me down here. So let me out, please. Let me out of here. Damn it. They really did. Just leave me here. The door's locked tight. I'm not pounding my way through this. Damn thing won't even budge. Fuck. Fucking fuck. Something. There has to be something I can do. Hey, is anyone out there? Someone, let me out of here. I didn't do anything. How long have I been in here? I'm so fucking thirsty. Food, that would be nice too. Someone, get me out of here. Please. I feel like my body's made of stone. I'm going to starve to death in here. You've got to be kidding. Oh God, I feel sick. My everything hurts. Is that blood? My blood? It's so dark. I never noticed. All the black patches on my skin. Why? The curse? But I never did anything to you. Why? Why would you curse me? Why, Morgana? What did I do?
You didn't mean to, did you? It was just a little mistake, wasn't it? You can still take it back. This time, just take it off me. I didn't do anything to deserve this. I didn't do anything to deserve being cursed. Come on, spare me. This is all on his fucking head, not mine. Is it because I didn't do anything? Is that it? Are you saying that I'm to blame too? Because I didn't do anything to stop it? Because I couldn't trust anyone but myself? That's asking way too much. How was I even supposed to know what was going on? I was up to my neck in my own shit already. Come on, Morgana. Give me a little sympathy. Spare me from your curse. I can barely move my body at all. I feel like I'm all out of blood to cough up. I don't even have the energy to cry for help anymore. So this is how I go, huh? And when I'm gone, that means everyone's dead. I wonder what whoever finds my body will think. They'll probably think that I was one of them. Now wouldn't that be some real bullshit? Look at me. I know how to write. I'm a woman and a whore from the slums. But look at me. I can read and write. Pretty impressive, huh? Why? I forgot how I learned, though. Oh, right. I had a friend who was doing some really important work. So I studied, so I could help them out. If they ever needed anything. And I'll make sure to write it all fancy and proper. So no one suspects it was written by a whore. See, I'd make a kick-ass aid. Who were they, though? I can't remember anymore. You hear that? I'm innocent. The sinners are the ones who lived here. It was all them. Not me. So if somehow there's something after this and our souls live on, please only curse them. They're the bad guys. It's all their fault. Maria. Wake up, Maria. Or I've unlocked the door for you. Now get up. You don't want to be sleeping on that cold, hard floor. Morgana? What? How? You're dead. Oh, I'm dead, am I? And you must be half asleep still. But I... Now that's enough of that. Let's get you out of here, shall we? How? I can barely move. I think you'll find that untrue, my dear. Go on, stand up. You were right. I can move, and I feel better than ever. It's like I was just imagining all the pain. See, what did I tell you? Now come, let's get out of this dreadful place. They're waiting for you. Huh? It's about time you showed up, boss. What? Yay! I'm so glad you're okay. I've been worried out of my mind. Sharon? I was told you were killed. Say what? Do you really want me dead that bad, boss? Did I give up on the job? No, I never said that. And you're a model worker too. I've always been glad to have you around. Wait, Maria said something nice about me. It must have been real rough in there, huh, boss? I can't believe all those bad men would just lock you up. It's not nice.
How's the city doing? Have things cleared up?
You can rest easy. Everything's all righty. All righty-o now.
I'm glad to hear it. You look like someone just pissed in your stew, girl. Where's the burning fire in your eyes? Ah. Hey there. I knew a little solitary wouldn't get the best of you, girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't just stare. What, you think I was dead too? Like hell. Ain't nothing in this whole damn world could take me down. I'm the crew's #1 for a good reason. That's right. You are, aren't you? You survived living as a slave in Banyi's manor. There's not much that could kill you. Damn straight. Don't you worry about nothing. Long as I'm around, nothing can touch our slums. Yeah, I believe you. So, hey, if you're alive, does it mean... That it does. We're all alive. Every last one of us. You were never a morning person, but this is a bit ridiculous, don't you think? Jacopo. Is that really you? Is it really the same old Jacopo I used to know? What do you mean, used to know? I'm the same Jacopo you've always known. But you became the Lord, and then you killed everyone. Do you really have that little faith in me? I would never kill any of you. You know that. Just look around. Does anyone look dead to you? Because they sure look alive to me. Whatever terrible dream you were having down there, Maria, it's about time you came back to reality. But look me in the eyes. Tell me I'm not the same Jacopo you've always known. No, you're definitely you. The same old friend I've always known. See, was that so hard? Well, we've got the whole gang here, so what do you say we go do something? Hit the pub, maybe? Now that's a plan. We're well overdue for another drinking contest.
Ooh, I want in too. You're coming with us too, aren't you, Marks? I'm not comfortable in such lively places. Come on, just this once. We can sing together even. Your voice will have the whole place enchanted in a snap. I won't be singing, but I suppose I can join you this once. The chance doesn't come around often.
Oh, come on. You never want to go when I ask, but you will if she does.
You could be drowning and I still wouldn't agree to do anything you asked, so that's irrelevant. I'm not going because Jaren invited me, but for Maria. Will you join us?
You bet your butt I will. I'm so glad. So glad
that everyone's alive. It was all a dream. Just a bad dream. I knew it. None of that could ever happen to us. Save a seat for me, guys. I'm coming.
Okay, the end. For real done. What's past is prologue, complete part 2. Oh boy. Okay, just let me have a quick look because there are sub-episodes here. 3 of them? Okay. A whole 3 of them. Okay, we'll get to that later. Oh, I'm always so torn. Like on one hand I was like, oh, we see what happened to Maria, but then it's like, well, we see what happened to Maria. Yeah, but if you remember in the main game there was the scene where we found the writing on the cellar floor and it was never explained where that came from, and I kept coming back to that. Like recently I've totally forgotten about this until we got that scene in the cellar. Yeah, it was Maria. I don't remember what they said at the time, what the writing meant. I will look that up later. But yeah, we finally found out. It was always so strange to me that they didn't put this in the main game. Like, did they already know they wanted to do this? Was it cut from the main one? I don't know. But yeah, I will have a look at these sub episodes next time. no idea how long those were. Like, I expected this game to be longer, but then again, just the backstage part of the first game was it like 2 hours? It was pretty long, longer than I expected for like an epilogue or bonus episode kind of thing to be. So who knows? Yeah, I mean, again, the story in itself isn't completely new for us. It's just more fleshed out, more of the different perspectives, which I find very interesting and explains a lot for some of the characters. I liked it. It's a nice addition to what was already a good story. I think the only choice we ever had in this game was who to give the flower or flower crown to, which was kind of an obvious one. So in my own time, I guess I'll go back and see if that changes anything or if it changes just the dialogue in that moment. But I think that was the only one, right? I think that's straightforward, but then again, the story already happened. It's a prequel, so that makes sense to me, and I don't mind a kinetic novel. So yeah, basically a fun little, quote-unquote little extra that still packed its punches. Yeah, but what did you guys think? I mean, thank you so much for watching until now, but yeah, as always, like, I know I say this like a phrase, but I'm really interested in what you think about this game, about the story, how they handle stuff. I don't know. Yeah. So thank you so much. And until next time, bye bye.